What is going on, you guys? This is your man King May coming back live with y'all right here in the King May YouTube channel. Y'all, we have something a little bit different today. It's gonna be a busy day here on Westby, Wisconsin. That is right, you guys. We are gonna be on Westby, Wisconsin today. Just something a little bit different. We just got done feeding water into the cattle's trough there for the tie stall barn here. We're gonna be driving on up to the freestall barn now, and we got to get those cows topped off with water as well. We're just getting caught up with some morning chores here, making sure that everything is taken care of before we get on with our busy day. Well, that's gonna be the fun part. Is I heard that there is a new precision farming data out there as far as being able to hook up to the tablet here with our GPS that we have on the farm. Come on, honey. You can get out of the way now. Or just walk through the tractor. That works too. We'll go with that. All right, so we just got done and taking care of the water here in the freestall barn. Now the last one that I got to take care of for water this morning is going to be the cattle down in the pasture. That's going to be our dry cattle just hanging out in the pasture, grazing. So we'll meet you guys down there when we hit there. All right, we're getting up here now to the dry cattle. We're gonna hop on in here, open the gates. All right, got that open. Let's head on in here and let's get these cattle topped off with water. All right, we got these taken care of as well. Now water is completely good to go for today. We're gonna close the gate up again. Now the only last thing that we have to do for chores is gonna be TMR. So let's get this gate closed here real quick. Coming on out, there we go. All right, we're gonna go and we're gonna swap to the 7930, and we're gonna go and feed some TMR. We gotta feed TMR to all three pens, and we'll probably catch you back after that. All right, you guys, so we just finished feeding the TMR here to the tie stall barn, so now let's get back going. We got a busy day going, even though it did start raining on us here. That's all right. So we got a couple of trips that we need to make. I mainly need to go down to Tractor Supply. They were kind of telling me about this precision farming, and so I pretty much just had some questions on them since they are right next to the co-op. They should be able to give me some answers. As far as I know, they're gonna help me get my tablet linked up or ready to go with the GPS so that we can take it into the tractors and make sure that we get everything set up and ready to go as far as our soil samples for this spring, so we can make sure that our applications of fertilizer and lime are spot on. Now I did already get lime taken care of, so lime won't be an issue. Shutting down the old 7930 here. Lime won't be an issue, but I want to make sure that when we go and start spraying liquid fertilizer, that we get our precise doses of liquid fertilizer to make sure that we don't have any excess fertilizer running off from our fields, and to make sure that we just keep the best soil health that we can possibly do. Now the next thing on the task before we head on down to Tractor Supply though is we need to wash down the old 9420. We did finish up spring tillage. Now we might be hitting more spring tillage, and what I would really like to do is get with the co-op, and I don't know, I was thinking about purchasing a strip tiller, but I'm thinking for right now, anyways, I want to test out this new one. And the co-op has the one that I've been looking at, and I would like to go down, borrow theirs. I got it leased out for some hours. I'm going to have to pick that up later today with this 9420, along with a couple of anhydrous tanks. Make sure that we're set up for applying some anhydrous to our fields that we're going to be doing corn especially. I want to make sure that we get our nitrogen up to par. However, I'm not exactly going to know how much nitrogen we need to apply until I get my soil samples in. So this isn't going to all happen today, but I can pick up the equipment today and get set up. There also is a new piece of equipment that I need to get for the farm. I've already purchased it. I just got to go down and get it picked up. They told me that it was in, ready to go. So now that we got this all cleaned up, let's get the old Landau parked back into the shed. All right, got the Landau disconnected. We're going to hop in the old 9420 now. We're going to pull on up to the front of the house here, and we're going to get the old 9420 parked back up here so that it's easy for us to grab later on when we need to head back on down to the co-op. Right there will be good for now. All right, let's head on down. We're gonna hop in the truck and we're gonna head on down to Tractor Supply. All right, so pulling on in, we're gonna go in and talk to them. As far as I know, the new toy that we picked up should be ready to go, but we're gonna go in and talk to these guys here and just make sure that we're squared away. I got the tablet with me, so we're gonna make sure that we're set up for this new precision farming deal. All right, so actually everything looks to be good to go. They updated my tablet. Should be good to sync up with our GPS now for this precision farming. So I just need to head on back to the farm. We're gonna grab the other truck, and we're gonna hook up to the gooseneck and come down and pick up our new toy so that we can do some soil sampling, you guys. So I'll catch you back when we get that trailer. All right, you guys, so we just hooked up the old gooseneck trailer, just doing the final connections here, making sure all electrical is good, everything is ready to go, and it's looking like it is. We got to test the lights here though quick, make sure they're all working properly. All right, they are. All right, we're gonna go down, we're gonna pick up that new toy, you guys, and we'll catch you back down here at the farm once we grab that new toy. All right, you guys, so we just pulled up. There it is, you guys. What we did is we bought a new gator for the farm. Now we already do have a Honda, but I don't know, we're probably gonna end up selling the Honda just because we can utilize this gator here. Pretty much the same things that the Honda was already doing for us, just kind of a little transporter around the farm, running from field to field. Now the addition to this, you guys, is this new soil sampler right here to the old 3-point hitch. So let's get it loaded up on the trailer, let's get it home. And well, once we get it home, we're gonna have to make sure we get out in the fields. It is raining today, but I think with the gator, normally I wouldn't want to do this in the rain, but I think with it being a gator, it's not really gonna hinder the fields all that much, and I think we should be just fine to get this thing out in the fields, get our soil sampling done. Since it is raining, I can't do any other tillage, I can't do any seeding or nothing, but we can get our soil samples done. We can check out and see where fields are doing here. And this way we can get the proper amount of nitrogen applied to the fields and make sure that our pH levels are sitting correctly. But anyways, we will meet you guys back at the farm. All right, so getting back to the farm here now, guys, we're getting this gator unloaded. And honestly, first impressions, I'm really liking this gator, man. This is a smooth machine. But what we need to do here is we got a little globe inside of the gator that's kind of linked up with the well, actually it's inside of the soil sampler here, and we're just going to get it linked up with the globe on top of our shack here, and we should be good to go on getting some soil samples, you guys. So we'll just get this done here quick. All right, it took me a little bit to get that all synced up, but it is good to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on out to the fields. I'm hoping it's not gonna be all too muddy. I'm hoping it's not. It shouldn't really be, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on out, and we're gonna get some soil samples here. So now, just to kind of go over this with you guys, soil sampling, it's very, very easy. But one thing that I was kind of told was that you only needed to take a few samples to catch the whole field. You actually need more than that. The guy down in Tractor Supply was kind of explaining that to me, that you gotta take as many soil samples as you need to cover the whole ground, as long as that's what you want to see, is the entire field's worth of soil sampling. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go out in this plowed field. It's gonna be a little bit rough, but we're gonna show you guys how this works. So just coming down to the corner of the map here, you guys. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna want that mini map up. It's just gonna show our GPS as far as where we're at, and it's gonna kind of show you the field here as well as far as the soil types. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to unfold our soil sampler. Here's our little soil sampler coming out there now. Now, if you guys saw there at the bottom, we got a little mini map that pops up, and it shows us our area that we are sampling. Now I'm going to drive forward just a little bit. I don't necessarily need to catch the field behind us because, well, it's no longer a field. That's our freestall barn. But now what we're going to do is we're going to hit our B button on the keyboard. Otherwise, I'm not sure what it is for controller. I'm using a Farm Sim side control panel, you guys. So with the side control panel, I'm using button number 4, which is just whatever button it is to activate your guys's implement. That's all you're doing, is implementing it there, and you'll see little red blotches start to pop up in the circle of which your radius is covering. Now we're going to keep going, and we're just going to continue outlaying this field, and I'll kind of show you guys as far as what it looks like afterwards when you get it finished, and once you get enough soil samples to cover your field. So pretty much just turn the whole thing red, All the red is exemplifying all your soil samples that you have taken. Now, like I said, you're going to want to try and cover majority of the field. Each soil sample you take is going to be $100 to get it checked out and see what your soil type is like. But you have to remember, the money that you're going to make back now in the yield performance with getting the precise amount of fertilization, and by that I mean your nitrogen levels and your pH levels, which is essentially your acidity. That's what you guys are checking out, is your acidity. If you are getting a little bit low, you can apply a lime down onto the field. That'll help your pH level rise and get it into the area or the level that you need as far as each field with its soil type. Each soil type is a little bit different. I can show you guys that here in a bit. Each soil type, what it's going to do is it's going to require a little bit of a different amount of lime. Now, when you lay it down, you can do it one of two ways. I'm on Westby. I'm going to be doing majority of this on my own, but let's say that you hire a worker on a nice squared up field on a different map. That hired worker with that little shack that you guys saw that I had placed down, that shack will automatically set your hired worker up to apply the correct amount. Now, if you're doing this all yourself, it is the same, you guys. If you're doing it yourself, it'll automatically apply. You can choose, if you would like, to apply down the correct amount. You can adjust it if you would like, but we're just going to let it do it automatically as we're still learning here and still growing with this new precision farming. And yeah, we're just going to get our soil types. We're going to see what we're doing, and we're just going to let the globe on the little shack that we placed automatically adjust our levels for us as we are applying our nitrogen and our lime, if you will, for our acidity levels. So like I said, you guys, I'm just going to keep going along. I'm just going to keep grabbing soil samples here, and I will catch back up with y'all once I have finished. All right, you guys, so as you can see from my mini map, now keep in mind, it's not going to work with your large map. If you can tell, as soon as I go out, you can't even see where we were taking our soil sampling. But when you come back to your mini map, it's going to show you where we took our samples. The samples are going to show up as that burgundy red. Now, I just took enough samples to cover up this section of fields. I got to go and I got to do the rest, but we're going to save that for another time here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the old tablet. Now that I have the tablet up, you guys, if you come over to the help section, this is going to lay out your different categories to kind of help guide you as far as how this precision farming works so far. So going over the soil types, you've of course got loamy sand, sandy loam, loam, and silty clay. Those are your different soil types, you guys. So now with that being said, we're going to check out the precision farming tab here on the tablet. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. So now we have our soil sample taken on this grouping of fields right here. This is the smaller one. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like after you're done. So what we're going to do is we're going to send these in to get taken care of. So whatever you're using as far as steering wheel, controller, whatever else, I believe for controller should be fairly simple, similar to the steering wheel, you guys. I'm doing left bumper and Y. I can't remember. You'll have to check it out if with your F1 menu as far as how to send them in. Once you send them in, this comes up and it tells you that the soil samples are now sent to the laboratory for analysis. Depending on how many you take, it might take a little bit longer for them to pop back up into your menu and show you the soil types. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit OK, and we're going to pull that tablet back up. So now those samples are sent in, and we're going to see what the types are going to come back as. Now down here on the section that I already have finished, it looks like we have a good mixture of different soil types here, but we need a matchup and we need to make sure that our levels are all correct. So going through here, checking out our pH. Now majority of this, it actually looks like we're sitting fairly good, but we want to verify that. Verifying it, we're going to go to the pH level here, and depending on your different types is what we're going to be at. As far these numbers are what we're going to look for to stay in that range as far as where we are for pH level. So with that being said, our different soil types here, we've got loamy sand is going to be the yellow. So checking that out, we got loamy sand is yellow. So in our sections of loamy sand, we want our pH to be about 6. So coming back into here, if we check out our pH level, this swing right here, we need to be in about the 6 range. Now it's looking about dark yellow and maybe this lime green yellow. So it looks like we're actually just a little low right in this swing here of our loamy sand areas of these fields. So if we come back to our soil types, the next section is going to be a sandy loam. At sandy loam, we want to be about the 6.5 range. Looks like we might be a little bit low on that as well. We're sitting in a lime green. We're about 6 or so. Some of the spots here getting a little bit darker. I'd say maybe a 6.25, but that still is just a little bit low. Now, loam we want in the 6.75 range. Coming back in here, that would be our upper section of the field category here. So looking at that, let's go to the pH level. I would say we're hanging pretty low in there as well. So it looks like we're going to need to do another application of lime to this field just to make sure that we get our pH level up a little bit more into the range that we need for each of our soil types on this field. Coming back up, our soil samples are still being looked at and they just came in. There we go. So looking at it there, it looks like in this patch of fields, we have much more of a loam and a silty clay with small little streaks of sandy loam. It looks like we're probably just a little bit low again. We might have to do another layer of lime, and that's okay. It's kind of expected, seeing how I did my lime application before we took our soil samples. So if you guys can take a look at the map here now, pretty much everything that I have plowed or all the fields that I own, I'm gonna have to go through, get our soil samples taken on all the rest of the fields here. And we'll see where we're at as far as that. But anyways, you guys, that is going to do it here for us on this video. Just a kind of introduction into precision farming. And I'm definitely wanting to do more videos on this. So please let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed today's video and kind of how I laid it out. I don't know. I wanted to do something different. And if you guys have any more questions about precision farming, I'm still learning about it and I'm growing on it. So if you come and check out the live streams on Twitch, I'm going to be definitely testing this out on the member server. I'm hoping to implicate this precision farming into there. And yeah, so let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys like today's video, please, again, make sure you smash that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, smash that subscribe button as well. But anyways, that's going to do it for us here. I'm going to go in, I'm going to get dried off, and we'll catch you all later. Peace.